normal so far. Yeah.
So far, the exam yields no
Well, actually, just in case.
but one clue changes the game.
Over here looks a little rough, a little thin.
All right, I'm live, honey.
In addition to a swollen vulva, she's starting to have more hair on her belly.
The puzzle piece Michelle needs to solve Coda's medical mystery.
It's really common in these bears that they get adrenal disease, and they adrenal pivotal glands sit on their kidneys. And
All right.
they often will get little benign tumors or cysts.
Freaking ridiculous.
They're not likely to be cancerous, but they kick out a bunch of sex hormones.
Those hormones create
Yeah.
symptoms, including swollen genitalia and hair loss.
Freaking good, because over the last 3 nights I have slept really well. Or has it been 2?
An easy, wonderful option. Sometimes if you just remove 20% of the time, they get a better flavor. What we do have now, though, is an implant with some really nice treatment. They're basically like giving a microchip.
Well, there's one cricket in this cage. I'm not going to try to catch it. Tornado on the ground in Mississippi, and we've got ourselves a warning from the FBI of a potential what?
Of the FBI?
Yeah.
Potential warning what?
Of Iranian drones possibly striking off the coast of California, or striking the coast of California. Possibly into the interior of California. So now I'm not sure exactly how much of that is, supposed to be taken super serial, but generally speaking, when we have a government agency that's warning us that, hey, they might try to knock your teeth in with drones. Give you a forever nap. So this cage belongs to Monocentropas balfouri tarantula. They've got... Oh, snap. Look at this. Somebody has got himself perched and ready to go.
Hey, Jim. It's Dr. Open calling. Sorry to hear about Tic Tac. They took Tic Tac to Juneau. They couldn't get a catheter to stay in there and to urinate, so they took him to surgery, and he died in surgery.
They found a huge blood clot in his bladder.
I don't know if he got it, but the cricket went in. We have another tarantula. Looks like she has closed up her entrance right in here. But these are baby Monocentropas balfouri tarantulas, or slings. We have filled up both of the water dishes. Now we leave it up to them. They have got to figure out whether they are ready to start participating or not.
He was such a sweet cat, and I'm just so sorry to hear this. It did his best for him, absolutely eat everything
All right.
he could, and still, it ends up not being enough, so it's really tough. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
My child, why? Oh. I don't think it's much better than that. My goodness, honey. She's getting huge. Durs, if you're on, this is your little baby right here. This is our cobalt blue tarantula sling. That is absolutely massive in comparison to what we saw last time. This is an old tropical terrestrial tarantula. So we aren't going to try to move the dirt this time. She's got the dirt up there for a reason, I think. Look at this nonsense. What a pain in the keister.
Back feet are pretty bad. Hey, Brady. Hey, Brady. How's it going? Hey, Brady, come here.
Yeah. The Midwest is getting absolutely hammered. Absolutely hammered by these storms that have been building up.
Difficult. Normally, we would never tolerate you even
I've been getting reports about them on my Weather Channel app.
pigs don't want to do what pigs
And I'm just sitting there like, are
are
we being for real?
opinionated.
Oh, there are the crickets. So when it comes to taking care of this tarantula, since
The least amount of medications or drugs you need to use is better.
birds for life, somebody owns some insectivorous birds. Tarantulas are friends, not food, sir.
Forking the fork is poking them gently with a fork.
Ooh, Critter got Weather Channel app, and the Weather Channel app is dog shit.
Sometimes get away with doing the job without sedation.
Yeah. I get so pissed off when it comes to the Weather Channel because they will be calling for a certain type of weather all week. And the day before it's supposed they're just like, oh, just kidding, guys. You're going to get something else.
My favorite is My Weather app.
Yeah?
Has talked about how sunny it is right now in St. Helens. While it's dark clouds pouring.
Yep. Ooh. This is dog shit like weather. Hey, why'd you leave? She was stuck with her paws right up on her ledge right here, looking out as if waiting for prey items, and then moved her. Well, it's actually probably a him. After this last molt, look at how small the carapace is in comparison with the abdomen right out the gate. I've got a sneaky suspicion that we've got ourselves a male. So no more than 2 crickets per meal for this one. Even when it gets to be an adult, we don't want to power feed it into oblivion. Power feeding your tarantulas will cause them to age faster. When you suspect you have a male and you attempt to power feed, you set yourself up for having a shorter amount of time with the animal. And this animal is definitely one that I want to keep around because its demeanor is so nice. It's super defensive. It is a little bit, as you can see, it's all curled up right there. It's not super defensive. It doesn't throw urticating hairs. It hasn't tried to bite me, and it doesn't really run. So, by the way, thank you for the likes. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on every night, so when you're bored, you just got nothing better to do, you can always swing by and be like, hey, what's up? How's it going? How's your day? My day today was wet, and I guarantee you tomorrow's going to be wetter. Because I don't doubt that this weather phenomenon that they're talking about, this Pineapple Express, is anything less than the notion that they've pressed. Are you fucking kidding me? Ooh, there have been a lot of molts. A lot of molts. And surprisingly, they've all been in the back right here. So that is interesting. We have at least one death that I can see. And an absolutely massive amount of molts in this cage. Where's my tongs? That is ridiculous. Look at this. It's like all of them. Oh.
Gotta be Scappoose ones, right?
Yeah. You okay, little friend? This one just molted out recently. Could be thirsty. Put you up where you can get some water, little one. Mimi! Mimi. Tomorrow's my Friday. And then Friday, we get back to the workout. Doors! Large heart stopper. Dude, you can't be eating things that are called heart stoppers anymore. What are you doing to me? Lordy. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I do not do either of those things. I don't do any of those things. I don't think I've ever attended a Mardi Gras event in my life. The closest thing I've ever done was going and seeing a Rocky Horror Picture Show in theater with people that played it out. You might call it a live showing.
That sounds good.
You want a Fultano's pizza, huh?
Mr. Ginger passes his physical with flying colors. He's all set to have a physical start in Guinness World Live.
Every meat and extra cheese. Basically, it's everything your doctor said. No, don't shove that in your face hole.
I wish Sunshine Pizza was better. I like the heartburn on that one. That's the name of it.
I was gonna say, you like heartburn?
Fun to be watched.
All right.
Fun to see that.
Yeah, I see. Cats want these. All right, so here we go. We've got to get them a bigger cage, honey. Because this is... We do have some 10 gallons.
But that would be too big.
Well, not with these numbers. And if we keep it all set up like this, it would be harder to clean out the dead ones. But they seem to last longer when you've just got so many of them in there.
We don't got a Casey's Pizza.
Here we go. I'm going to take some dog food and throw it in there. I think they recommended dog food. We keep the cage dry, so anything we put in there should be far from going bad. All right, so these are banded crickets, I believe they're called. They are a species typically found in Petco, pet stores in general. You can actually order them. I don't think that one's going to survive, but we'll give it a chance. You can order them online and get them sent to you in bulk.
Oh my God, hon.
What?
You know what the temperature says right now for Tuesday in Portland?
70. 72 degrees. Oh! I'm going to need to bring some alcohol-free pina colada so that I can sit there with my my pinky extended and freaking sip it like I'm ritzy. All right, that is some good shit. Good shit. I have been waiting all year. That reminds me, there was a gal that came through for Has Waste today. And she came in like 24 minutes early. Not early, 24 minutes late. I was just like, I'm so sorry for this. She's like, but I came in on Sunday and they said that they're closed on Sundays, but they're open all the other days. And I was like, yeah, between 9 and 4. I hate being the bearer of bad news. That's something you don't want to hear on the telly while you're doing this. Gave me a jar of garden variety pickle veggies he's had in cellar for 3 years. It's freaking bomb. Oh. My boss, who's no longer amongst the living, my Xbox boss, old client, if you would, she tried pickling in her house, but she used the wrong type of container and she left the pickling substance in too long. And when we went to go and pick up the container because we had to clean up around it, the bottom of the container fell off and spilled the pickling agent all over the floor.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Adventures we had. So this bald little bastard is Gem. Gem is a Lasiocyono sazamai, a
Corollfire doesn't sound too bad.
New World tropical terrestrial tarantula. This critter heavily on his urticating hairs and his posturing. However, he will fang if necessary. The only problem with that is his venom doesn't really, doesn't do much to vertebrate species. That's why they don't typically actively hunt vertebrate species. However, if he were to somehow find a vertebrate that is smaller and weak, he could potentially stab it to death with his fangs before ingesting. A lot of people think that owning tarantulas is crazy. It's wild. A lot of people get insecure because tarantulas are scary. But for the most part, keeping these guys is maintenance. And in most cases, like right now, they don't flee. They don't try to run. They just exist. These animals, when content, will have their time spent simply. Oh, I had a rhyme there. Enjoying the lack of lament while they're pent. There. You're welcome. They essentially sit and digest. Or, I guess, lay and digest. The cricket survived. So the tarantula must not be hungry yet. There we go. Hey, Bean. Tarantula is perfect. I appreciate it. If you speak a foreign language, it's fine. I do have an automatic translator. I will be able to read what you write. You might not be able to understand what I say. So, they do have that. And I did leave it on simply because some of my followers are from other parts of the world and they might not speak English. I love canned pickled veggies. Oh, I need to remember to bring my pickles to work with me because apparently, and get this, pickles are an excellent snack item to have on hand if you are trying to lose weight. You can eat them, and for the most part, they will not negatively affect your diet. Unless you have a problem with salt, in which case they are really going to negatively affect your diet. So this right here, my friends, What? Fine, Mimi, don't answer me. Pickles, carrots.
Mercury threatens to drop. The waiting room at Dr. Oakley's clinic.
It's Adam Frost. So this is Elasiocyana sosami, just like the last guy. Tropical terrestrial, New World tarantula. Generally speaking, when they're younger, they like to go and hide up in a hole somewhere. When they're older, they like to go and meander above ground. I like it too. That's good. I learned my lesson though. Don't ever drink a whole jar of pickle juice, like all of the remnants, because you do that, there is a chance that you are just going to be with that later on down the road. When I tell you that it basically feels like you are excreting sulfuric acid, I mean it. On the plus side, I'm pretty sure I had absolutely nothing negatively affecting my intestinal tract. Alright, we're a little bit late to be doing apples. Unless you think I can cut it fast enough. What do you think? Is it too late?
I don't think so.
Also get married. That's just the way it is sometimes. So this is Curly. This is Curly. Yep, awesome. Okay, so we'll get her up on the table. Hold her butt to that. Okay, what is going on here? It's actually looking at this lump. It's kind of flatter than what it looked like in the pictures that Lisa sent me. It just feels a little more rooted in. And I was like that. So I want to take a
I'm on a feeling, and how I'm believing.
It's called a mast cell tumor. And we can take a really quick sample. Okay. A mast cell tumor is a malignant growth. Sometimes it will metastasize and spread. More the nasty side of mast cell tumors are when you remove it, if you don't get all of it, it comes right back, and sometimes there's 2 or 3 other tumors in the spot. So what's really important is that when you find a mast cell tumor, you remove it completely. We need to put a muzzle on you. I'm sorry, Curly. More distraction than anything. When I told you, it's not fun.
Clinic assistant Brady helps secure a muzzle on Curly in case she tries to bite.
And has it been raining stuff? Not really. No. Okay. It's pretty firm. Okay. So if you can hold her and see you, I'm gonna do a few little pokes here. I'm sorry, my love.
They doing a biopsy on it?
Kind of a goo coming out of there.
Well, not a biopsy, but
That does look more like a Judy cyst, which is good. That's a, oh good, yeah. So I will just quickly stain this and have a peek, okay?
A benign cyst would be welcome news. The alternative, a cancerous tumor, could be fatal.
Curly is, she's very important to me. She's my mom's, and when my mom passed away, I got her, and she's been with me for 5 years now. As I'm looking at the slides, I'm seeing the cells, and my heart's just dropping. Lisa, I'm sorry, this is a mast cell tumor.
Lisa has just been told the last thing any pet owner wants to hear. She'd hoped her dog Curly had a benign cyst, but in fact, it's cancer.
Lisa's face kind of fell when I told the news. I mean, completely understandable. This meaning onto her, that's her connection to her mom. It's really tough. Darn. I'm surprised because normally there's not like that fluidy stuff, but you know, mast cell tumors are, you know, they seem to look like a little bit of everything. So it's always good to look. No need to panic. Removing mast cell tumors is generally curative. So the only time they spread is if you don't get them all like that. So you know how to do a good job of that. Unfortunately, this is the type of tumor that I can't just, you know, put a local block in and remove it completely. This is something that I have to, you know, take serious.
All right. Kids. Kids. Sorry that took so long, guys. This is both a human and for the monsters snack. Oliver, sit. Sit.
No.
Would you put your... Go get it. Duchess. There. All right. Go on. No, go on. Go on. Shoot.
Oh God, Alf.
No, don't Google that. Do not Google that. No.
No, Duchess.
Michelle is back on the road and headed to the town of Champaign. Her husband Shane is riding shotgun.
Alf, you lie like a rug.
For the past 2 years, rancher Michelle Dawson Lee has been on a mission to reclaim her heritage and rebuild a herd of horses that once belonged to her ancestors.
I swear to God, sometimes it looks like I got a dimple right there.
Their stocking build made them ideal for navigating Yukon's tough terrain. But over time, some of them received
No, Ollie. Go on. Go on. This is mine. Uh-uh.
to do that. She needed Dr. Oakley's expertise.
So a couple years ago, I went out with Michelle and caught one wild horses. Caught a young colt, which she named Alex. So she's put him with her herd, and he's grown up to be the stallion of the group. Now it's time to find out if he's been doing his job. So he's been with her mares over the last breeding season, and we're going to check today to see if any of them are pregnant.
But before they can be pregnant, Michelle Dawson Lee has to find them.
So we're just going to work. So there's a secret over here. Sarah, if you want to hear, but we're going to walk a little ways.
It ruined my life. What in the shit is going on with you guys?
But the pair who emerged from the trees are not who Michelle is expecting.
What are you guys doing?
You know, like your bells, I'm excited, and all of a sudden this great big horse. This is not one of my horses comes out of the bush.
A young filly in Michelle's herd is not one of the breeding mares she needs.
Who is your friend? It's got a bell on, so I know it's not wild. He's actually got a brand, so I have a really good idea of where he came from. And I'm really glad he's with them. I'm just not too sure where they're at, so don't worry.
The mares are nowhere in sight. Now, Michelle must make a difficult decision. At the end of the breeding season, she separated her stallion Alex
Shh.
from the rest of the herd.
How'd they do?
No, he's going up and sniffing the lid that's got some of those getting sick.
I don't really want babies to come next winter. So I think kind of the next step is I'm gonna go talk to Michelle and Jade and before the weather gets bad, one of the castration, I think that's the best option right now. Hey, Michelle, how's it going? So I couldn't find the horses, I couldn't find the bears, they're off wandering somewhere, so I think probably the castrate Alex anyway. I know we don't know yet, but yeah, just with the winter time coming, it's super lonely by himself. Yeah. So I think we'll get it done. Okay. Alright, so we'll follow you. Cool. Sounds good. I'm actually worried. We did a lot of work to get Alex here and, to get him breathe a new life into this herd.
So now they're gonna castrate him after bringing him in to do the dirty.
Something has gone wrong. This is it. And I understand why Michelle wants to go ahead and get it done. She doesn't want him on his own. She doesn't want to leave with the mayors now without castrating him because if he gets them pregnant, they could be having a full year in the winter. So we just have to, fingers crossed, hope we get the job done. Sounds great. So
Oh, gross. So these are dubia roaches. They are a cockroach typically found down in South America in the wild. They have been imported into the United States to use for food for things like, tarantulas, scorpions, lizards. Apparently, some snakes might even take a crack at it.
The first step is just sedation. So he gets
God,
the
Go around here.
catheter then. That's a little tube that goes right into his jugular vein in his neck.
And they are typically fruitivorous,
Then I give him 2 more drugs.
hence why they're going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when it comes to this right here.
That actually just makes him lay right down.
Millions, if not billions, dude. Yes, but luckily these are a species naturally in Oregon. As a matter of fact, if they get out of their enclosure, they would have a hard time growing at all because they need warmth. Lots of warmth. We're talking warmer than the typical household. 75 will not keep them at a temperature that will let them thrive. Maybe they'll stay alive, but they cannot connive to follow through with a sex drive. Now, with most roach infestations, you're talking about the German cockroaches here in the United States, or, God forbid, you're down in a warmer place like California and you have red runner cockroaches. I've seen those out in the wild. They are sold as pet food in the United States, but you roll the dice with that species. And when I tell you that they are hardy, I mean it. Oh my Lord. Hey, buddy. This is our Theraphosa apophysis. Her name is Legs. Legs is related to the Goliath birdie or tarantula. Oh no. So you guys get to get a little bit up and close with our cage cleaners. Those are our springtails that should not be in the water dish. No. Bought the springtails to keep the cage cleaner, which they're starting to eat the mold and whatnot on the side. But Apparently, they really needed that water.
And I do an extra tie as well, just so we make sure.
Theraphosas, in general, the three that exist that we know about, they constitute the three largest types of tarantula that you can own. Coming in fourth for the largest size is the Lasiodora parabana, which we also have. My wife and I eventually want to go and get all of the Theraphosas. Theraphosa blondie, Theraphosa burgundy, and the, of course, one that we have, the Theraphosa apophysis. I'm not sure if we're ever going to breed them because, well, they're one of those species that tends to have an absolutely insane amount of offspring. Springtails are itty-bitty invertebrates that people use to keep the cage clean. We dropped them in here. There's one. They're so small. They almost look like a wiggly version of the roly-poly. But, yeah, a little bit on the maggot side.
I'm Jim, and this is Tori Heaton, and we brought our dog Samson today.
Samson is not an outdoor dog.
There we go.
He likes to
Generally speaking, no. When it comes to the tarantulas and the scorpions, somebody's gonna eat somebody. Somebody eat somebody. Somebody gonna die. Don't need such devastation. So gosh darn it, we won't try. Do you have a no. The Floridian bark scorpions doing rounds? Yeah, pretty much. They are very territorial. Look at him go! Yeah. So the only animals that we own that aren't very territorial, at least with others of their own species, are the dogs, the cats, and the Belfort.
I think the dogs are very territorial.
Now, when you're co-housing certain species, they usually have to be of the same species. And usually you try to have them the same size. Ooh, looky here. We've got ourselves some webbing. Somebody finally went and took the time . The female is in the far back. The male is in the front, right there. These are Monocentrobus balfouri. Female has been up to some shenanigans. What in the nightmare? This is not a nightmare. Look at that. You can see her little toes. She's been getting ready for something. I just don't know what. She has been webbing up, re-webbing areas that she'd already been to. So I was like, what the fuck? You spent 9 hours and nothing's changed. And then today she's come over here and she's webbed that corner. So I'm hoping that she is about to molt. So this is their old territory right here. The crickets tend to stay over there that we leave in the cage. And that is the new area. They absolutely love that skull. That is their favorite. Well, because we've seen an uptick in energy expenditures. Moments where she has spent a vast amount of time kind of fortifying the area that she's going to be in, which is odd behavior. You got to go and take note of behaviors that she hasn't taken part in and try to apply it in a way and use that to guess what might be coming next. Because if she's doing something out of the ordinary, that usually means that there is something out of the ordinary that is about to happen. Could be a molt, could be an egg sac. However, the fact that she is webbed up by the entrance, her favorite entrance right over here, makes me believe that she is about to molt. Because that is typical molting behavior. If she ever webs up by the teeth and the other entrances, that is surefire her about to molt. She has been relatively off feed from that, what I can tell. She's got kind of a decent sized booty for her particular species, and it has been several months since her last molt. So, all of this put together, we are expecting her to flip over and get just a little bit larger. Apparently, they get monstrous. Females should be much larger than the males. And she's kind of larger than him, but it's not necessarily. Would she be doing it if she was possibly? It's hard for me to gauge that because I've never been around a tarantula that's pregnant before. I've been around a true spider species that looks like a tarantula, and when that animal laid an egg sac, she was underground for months and months before it hatched. Like we didn't see her for a long while. And catching those babies was a nightmare. Alright, come on. I'll go and review the tapes, see if she's the one that laid all those webs. What's bro doing just watching? Talking about the male tarantula? Well, he's definitely not trying to get laid again. He is like 8 years old. There's no way. No. What would she? What would she be doing if she was pregnant? Basically, if she was pregnant close to laying or post laying, she would be staying basically on top of the eggs. Is what tarantulas tend to do, and a lot of other spider species might do. That's what the false tarantula we used to own did. Yeah, that male tarantula in there has been around for 8 years. Makes me feel so old. This is the 4th largest tarantula species that we know of. This is the Lasiodora parahabana. Salmon pink bird-eating tarantula. Oh, fuck. You want to check the camera, see if there's like EMS out there or something? So with this type of tarantula, you want to go and apply some water, boost the humidity leave a strip of dry for the tarantula to go and hang out on. She does not really appreciate dens. However, we did get a good idea for the snakes that we might be looking into here shortly. That is creating a snake hide.
Nothing.
Nothing. Creating a snake hide out of PVC pipes, much like you would. Oh, what are those called? You know, like the tube structures that you get for rodents, like mice and whatnot. But using PVC piping that's wide enough for the snake to go in and out of. For that. Because some of our snakes are in cages that aren't long enough, but if we could find something to give them more height, it might work as an enrichment tool. What actual benefit? She's adorable. Look at that. She is a fluffy little sweetheart. She doesn't even flick urticating hairs. Look at how much hair she still has. She is a happy, healthy little girl. Or big girl, as you called it. She does have the name Little Bitch, but that's because she used to be a little bitch. And as she aged and matured, apparently, she grew out of it. Now, these do entice individuals to stay the fuck out of our house. We had unintentional. My older brother, Johan, invited a couple of gals over while he himself was basically a guest here. And the girls hit the snake area and thought that was the worst of what we had. Further into the house, and when they hit the tarantula area, you know the term stiff as a board? Yeah. They were stuck like this and just about had to be carried out of the house. Now I imagine there are a lot of people out there that when they would break into our house would look around and go, fuck this shit, I'm out. Because not a lot of people can handle this. Not a lot of people deal with the creepy crawly critters. And it's so funny when people who don't know that this stuff is here actually come in and take a look around. Put the fear of God into some people. Or at least the fear of tarantulas.
So I'm gonna just wrap her tail right now so that when I'm reaching in, I don't take like hair in there. If you're really careful with horses, you don't want anything going in the rest of the food. Just take your rings off, trim your fingernails, but everything has to be really kind of gentle for them. Because
Ow.
they're very easy to tear and they can get a serious infection from it. So we're gonna just try and keep this really clean.
I wonder if our Florida bark scorpion's getting ready for a molt. That critter has been fat for some time, and I don't know the growth rate of that particular species of scorpion. So we would plot against the spiders. Don't plot against the spiders. Use them. Strike fear in the heart of your enemies. You should have seen the look on my buddy's face when I told him what we had here. He's an Australian. He goes, why the fuck you got all the spiders? And I'm just like, because clearly you didn't want them in Australia. I had to bring them over here. He didn't think that was funny. I think tarantulas make excellent pets. Once you get their care down and they're docile, no longer trying to escape, because that's what a lot of creepy crawly critters do when you first get them, is they will. Oh my God! It's already 9:50. They will try to escape.
You can off one of my things. Put it over there.
Oh, it is a witchy ghost that can be used as a container. Ta-da! All right, now let's get.
What the fuck do you want to work?
What?
Oh, my game.
No. We do have about 10 minutes left of doing this anyway. Close to draw the curtains. Because we need it dark in here. Needs to be dark. How's your head feel, honey?
I got a headache.
Damn it. I'm really starting to think that it's possibly giving you the headache now.
It can for the first couple days after taking.
Well, the last time you got one, it
After it took about a month.
All right. So this is biofluorescence. It is a chemical reaction that occurs between the exoskeleton of the scorpion and the black light that I'm using. Now she is being extremely chill and extremely calm, which makes me a little bit nervous because that kind of associated with being close to molting again. This little one named Axel is in a similar boat. She is pretty dang thick for a freaking scorpion. She is an emperor scorpion. She is my wife's baby. Look at the effects of this. You can literally be across the room and you can pick up on that glow. That's how strong that is. Now, when it comes to species, the Asian forest scorpion and the emperor scorpion, the conditions need to be just right. The beautiful thing about the way that we have them here is by introducing them into an environment that already had tunnels, we gave them option to utilize tunnels, which keeps their immediate humidity up. You need to have them at 75 to 85% humidity. Here we go. We're going to need to mist this down a little bit. Top off the water. Scorpions are incredibly, well, especially the forest scorpion and the emperor scorpion. They are standoffish. They're pretty much fossorial, which means they prefer to live under the ground and away from anything that might. So, that being said, we got to give them their space when it comes to that lifestyle. Because if you go and you interact with them too much, just like with tarantulas, you will stress them out, and a stressed out arachnid is not going to be a healthy arachnid. Just like a stressed out human is not likely going to be less stress will prevent unneeded duress or an unwanted mess. There we go. So, oh, for fuck's sake. First of all, it's motherfucking 4 minutes to 10. That dude should not be out. Dude should not be outside screaming his bloody head off like the meth head. And that's what the cops called him. Why does it sound like he's on the other side of the house? You locked the truck, right?
There's nothing in there worth stealing. Well, that's helpful.
What?
I open up the side yard camera and there's nothing. I think it's been knocked down.
Great. There we go. Good misting. Remember, 75 to 85% humidity. Now we're lucky because this little critter is right up against the glass. Look at that. Ooh, honey, I think I see some exoskeleton forming underneath her old one. The idea here is to make sure that all this dirt is nice and humid. There we go. And now for the last scorpion. This critter has already got himself in a hidey hole. It's very inconvenient when we want to look at him, but thank you, Mimi. It's very inconvenient when we want to look at him, but truth be told, when you're owning these creepy crawly critters, it's not about you. People who own tarantulas and get upset, or scorpions and get upset when the scorpion's not doing what they want when they want, they're bad owners. I'm just going to say that. You cannot force interaction with these animals and expect the animals to be happy and healthy. We do not try to hold these animals. So that is the Floridian bark scorpion. He was out. Oh my God. I'm not sure he ate into that cricket or whether that cricket died naturally. I mean, I guess him killing it would be dying naturally. But we need to get it out of there. God, he is such a messy eater. He might be hungry again. We might throw another cricket in there. They did say that we need to feed him like 3 crickets throughout the week. Here we go. Let's reach in, grab, pull out. Taking the dogs out with a neighbor that's screaming is going to be an absolute nightmare. Okay.
Trust me. I understand completely.
Oh, we got to put her away. You guys have been awesome. have a good night. Stay safe. And remember, I better not see you on the news unless it's good news. Remember, we are going to be holding off on our Thursday exercises, which are our curls, because I'm still experiencing some of that back pain. We will get back to push-ups, decline push-ups, and dips on Friday. Did I already do the outro?
Wait. I think so.
Have a good night. Stay safe, and I better not see you on the news unless it's good news. There, you might have gotten it twice. All right, I'll take you guys out in a second.